Hey, Brandon here with your weekly update. All right, first things first, Ghostbloods, first draft. We are at, bing, 70%. Still moving quite along nicely on that one, trying to get it done by the end of the year, and I'm really enjoying working on it. I think you guys are going to love this book. I've even gotten some early feedback from the Arcanists who have looked over my lore and my uses of the magic, and they aren't complaining too much, so that's good. All right, a few other things. Worldhopper Ball. The tickets to the Worldhopper Ball are available to the public. We have a few of those left. If you want to attend the ball, but you can't attend Nexus, then they're available. We were mostly intending these for locals, but I suppose if you wanted to fly in just to go to the ball, you could do that. So the theme this year is a waltz in the Final Empire. And so if you've ever wanted to show off your mist cloak or maybe come as an Inquisitor or a Koloss and scare people, then you're welcome to join us at that. The ball tickets are up for sale now. Thank you, everybody who participated in Light Day. We appreciate your support. So we've started fulfilling those orders, and that is done, and that is awesome. All right, guys, this is also very, very cool. Earlier this year, I was reading a lot of comments online, and people were talking a lot on TikTok about how people had recommended my books to them, and they didn't know where to start. And this was really cool. I love that people, particularly on TikTok, were recommending my books. I also recognize that my oeuvre, as they put it, is quite large and a little intimidating. So I came up with something, and I pitched it to my team, and this is one of my special personal projects. I pitched them repackaged editions of some of my books, where the idea was we would pick 3 books that were good starter books, and we would put them together and call them the Standreson Starter Pack. My pitch on these was papercraft style covers. And actually, all 3 of these are physical objects, the covers that we got made in papercraft that we then took photos of and made them in covers. So we have Tress of the Emerald Sea. We have this Mistborn, which is super cool in person. And the Emperor's Soul, who is done by which was done by a personal friend of mine, Scar's wife, actually, Kristina, did this amazing Emperor's Soul. I'll get the actual physical version of this. We have them, and I'll show it to you at some point. But these are just delightful covers, and these are sold kind of as a new reader sort of thing. In fact, the back of the books doesn't have your normal pitch material. It just has me explaining why I wrote the book and why you may want to start with this one. And that's the same on all 3 of them. It doesn't have your traditional marketing material. It doesn't have any of that stuff. They're sold as a set. So if you have a friend or family member you think might enjoy my books, but they don't know where to start, and they complain about you talking about the Sanderson person all the time, well, we now have a Standreson starter pack. They're only going to be on TikTok right now. We might have them in other places, but this was designed specifically for those people who were hearing about my books on TikTok, and we'd like to expand it later, but this is just a new thing for us trying. Like I said, if you're looking for a way to introduce your friends and family to Brandon Sanderson, I think these are 3 excellent places to start. Probably the 3 best places to start. That's why I picked them. And so those will be available. And man, Isaac's team just knocked it out of the park coming up with these new covers. All I said is papercraft. And this is what they did. So Wizard of the Coast sent me another spoiler for Magic the Gathering. You know this is my nerd hobby. Stop rolling your eyes. I'm always excited when I get one of these, though this is a different sort of one because I have to gauge it based on never having seen Avatar before. That's right. I'm one of the 7 people in the world who has never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. I actually have seen like 1 or 2 episodes of it, but it just hit at the wrong time when I wasn't watching a lot of TV, and I've never gotten around to watching it despite my brother working on me quite a bit to watch it. He actually loaned me the DVDs, and I still haven't managed to get around to them. I always told myself I was going to watch it with my kids, and then when I wasn't looking, my kids watched the whole thing, and they didn't want to watch it with me because they'd already seen it. But what do I think of this card? Well, we have The Legend of Kyoshi. So this looks an awful lot like the sort of saga that is going to destroy me in draft because my opponent is going to play it. They're going to have some big boom boom, and I play a lot of control, and once in a while I can't deal with their boom boom, but I'll be like, all right, I can survive because I'll kill them in the air. And then they will draw like 700 cards, and then they will make a giant creature, and then they will destroy me by making a ton of mana, and then giving this giant creature trample and hexproof. So I look forward to being defeated by this. The character looks very cool. I've actually seen this character online before. This is like an avatar from the past, right? Correct. Yeah, so I guess that makes sense that it would be a saga that we're learning about her. But does she like ever appear in the show? Yes. She does. So she can come to life like this saga comes to life. So that's some pretty good flavor. And then we have her battle fan, which creates allies. I've been watching the spoilers, and so it looks like making allies is going to be a thing in this. So these both look like pretty decent cards. I look forward to being destroyed by both of them because I also don't tend to draft a lot of equipment because I don't tend to do red and white, and so someone is going to stomp me with all of this. But I'm looking forward to hearing you all complain in the comments that I have not watched Avatar. Tell me how mortified you are that I haven't watched Avatar, and tell me how good you think this card is as an interpretation of the character. It looks pretty cool to me. Anyway, I did do a Halloween live stream last week, so if you want to go watch the VOD of me opening fan mail and me drawing some things, very embarrassingly, you can see that. Otherwise, I will be back next week for another weekly update. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me, and I look forward to talking to you again.